Have you ever wondered whether your YouTube channel page actually matters? Do people care about what your page looks like? I am here to tell you that it does matter, and the reason is because it gives people a first impression. If your channel page is completely disorganized or has no path toward the rest of your content, it will cause people to possibly not subscribe and just leave. I did a live stream the other day and I clipped out one of the channel makeovers that I did for one of my members in the Next Level Creator Hub community. So this was the first one I did, and I thought this was the best one that kind of explained why it is important to create a channel page that makes sense. And it will help you to gain subscribers and make your viewers happy as well. So go ahead and watch this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. I want to talk about why channel pages are important, okay? With most things, when we have, any products or anything, we have to think of the experience of the viewer, of the purchaser, of the customer. Like, we have to think about how they're experiencing your thing, in this case, YouTube channel, for the first time. If they're experiencing it in a way that makes it difficult for them to do the thing that you want them to do, which is subscribe or watch your video or buy your product or whatever it is, then we're missing out just by not making it easy for them to experience it well, So why the channel page matters is because we want to create a viewer experience that is easy, that is to the point, and that they can go, okay, this channel is for me, I'm going to subscribe. Now, there are other ways people subscribe on to people's channels, but this is normally the process for me, and I think a lot of people, is that you see a video and you're like, oh, that's a good video, I'm going to find out a little bit more. So you go to their channel page, and if their channel page is not representative of the video that you just saw that was really cool, or it's like very confusing because you can't figure out what's happening on the channel, then you might not subscribe. And subscribers aren't everything, but if you're reaching for monetization goals on YouTube, you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. But what you want to just think about is that you're attracting the people to your channel. So you want to attract people to your channel, and whether they subscribe or not, you can still serve them in different ways. Like they will, if they don't subscribe the first time they see you, they're like, oh, I like that, I'm not going to subscribe now. Next time they might subscribe. So you want to make the experience really great for the viewer. And it's also easier to navigate. It's just like you go to a grocery store and everything is like, the toilet paper is on this side, right next to the potatoes. If you're going to a grocery store and everything is just like not in any sort of organized fashion, it's really hard to shop. So the same thing with your YouTube channel. If it's not organized, people are gonna be like, okay, I don't get it, and they just leave. That's what I would do in a grocery store if it was like that. The reason why the channel page matters is because it gives you credibility. If you are professional, same idea, you will get more customers, you will get more clients if your YouTube page is professional. Think of it like a business card, okay? Your channel page is like a business card, and you want to represent your business through your channel page. Same thing I used to teach when I was on Instagram with people building Instagram pages or Instagram accounts. Same idea, especially if you are a professional of some sort. I recently helped one of the members. He is looking to help professional men. I believe it's men is his target, like high achieving professional men. His channel page did not show that he was a professional. We worked together, changed it. I'll share it at some point. I mean, he did all the work. I just gave him tips, and now it looks professional. You can go there, you can know what he's about, and he's starting to see more and more subscribers because of it. So it's very important. Like, I'm not kidding when I say how important it is to have a really professional channel page, if you are a professional especially. Okay, and then brand recognition. everything on your homepage gives people insight into who you are. So even colors, I'll show you again, like with mine, colors are a thing. So, you know, you don't have to do this, of course. You can do however you want, but I'm using a color theme. I'm using a color theme, and the other part of my brand is my shirts. I have very nice, I always wear very colorful blouses and things. So as part of my brand, I decided not to go for the bland, which is a lot of YouTubers tend to do because it's easier to like fit in that same shirt. You don't have to change it. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go opposite of that. And I'm going to wear a different shirt, a different blouse every time. And as you can see, I pretty much have that, except for like these live stream ones. But I always pretty much wear a different shirt. So brand recognition, more information when people want to know more information about you, that's all on their homepage, and where to go next. So if you have a product or something that you want them to purchase or join, like my community is the first link. You want that there at the top. You want it easy as possible for people to make the next step, to take the next step. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the parts of a channel page. I'll make this big so you can see it. And like I said before, it's like your business card. You have a header, you have a profile image, you have a title, you have a handle, and oftentimes it's the same as the title. You have a description, you have links, you have tabs, these things here, these are tabs, and you have the playlists, which is one of the tabs, and you have the post tab, and you have the overall brand and look, and then there's thumbnails and titles that you need to consider when you're doing that as well. So let's start with Sheree's. So Sheree, header would be my first suggestion, to have some kind of nice header. I really like your image. It would be good to have it closer so like people can see your face more. And maybe a contrasting background would also be helpful, because it's kind of hard to see, especially when you're on a mobile phone, the image. So if you bring that image forward more and then just like maybe take out the background, put a different background, or just like somehow make yourself more vibrant than the background, you probably want to put a different color in the background, because it's hard to see against the dark background and your dark hair and your dark blazer there. So I would recommend pulling that image forward and doing that. So I'm going to put that in my notes here for you. I enjoy when things look together, like they're supposed to be together. So if you choose a header, for one, I don't think you need an image of yourself in the header. That's just that is definitely my personal view. Sometimes it works out that the image is good up there. Just don't make it the same image if you're going to make it an image, because it kind of is like redundant. You know, like your business card, you wouldn't have a picture of yourself, same picture of yourself here and there. You would have a different picture, maybe, if you're going to have two pictures of yourself. So I would suggest something, you know, come up with a look. Let me look at your videos real quick. So you kind of have a look with the brown background. By the way, you're really good at video. like I watched one of your videos, and you're really good at that. I'm sure that's part of your profession. You probably don't need a whole lot of work in that area. What you just need to do is just make your channel look professional. So I would say for Sheree, you need a header and your profile picture larger and contrasting background. Okay. And then we go to your name is fine. Like people struggle with this, but it just all depends on what brand you're building. If you're building a brand that it's around yourself, then use your name. If you're building a brand that's around a product that you have or a specific business, you can use your name and your business, or you can just use your business. Like, it doesn't really matter. People will get it eventually if you're just consistent with whatever it is you're doing. Okay. So your name is good for that. Your description is a little short. So I would just make it a little longer, give more details, break it up a little bit into bullet points. It's always easier to read bullet points for people who are like me, who just like to scan things. So I would work on your description, make it beefier, beefier, and bullet points. Okay, that's my suggestion for that. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next thing, which is links. You don't have any, so I would definitely put links. If you have a community, put your community links in there. If you have a website, I wouldn't go too far with, like, either put your website with a lead magnet, like link to a lead magnet, not your website, or link to your Skool community if you have one. You can do both. Like, I have my website linked as well as my Skool community, and the Skool community is first. So whichever thing you want people to do the most, you put first. You could just put one, but so I'm going to put that on there, community or lead magnet. So the next one is your homepage. Okay, so I'm going to show you on my channel how, in case you don't know how to change your homepage. It is this customized channel button. So you go to customize channel, and then you go to the home tab. The home tab is where you first of all, you have to click this on, which is what you don't have, I think, clicked on, is your home tab. That's why when you go to your front page, there's nothing there. You click that on, and then you start laying out how you want it to look. This is what I recommend. You create playlists for exactly what you want your ideal person to know. You know, like, so mine are YouTube growth strategy. I have a description on there. I was like, this is how you grow your YouTube channel or something. I can't remember what my description is, but this is like the whole thing of the grocery store example. You want to make it easy for the viewer to know what to do next. And you can do that easily by making playlists. And I only do 2 or 3. I have 3 right now, 3 playlists. One is the YouTube growth strategy. One is the how to YouTube. And then I might add another one about community building, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm kind of adding the community building part to my brand. So that might end up being one about community building. But then I have one that's upcoming live streams. I did that just because there's nothing there. Nothing will show up if there's nothing in the playlist. But so when I undo that, when this live stream is over, I'll take that. I'll take it out of that playlist, and then there won't be this section on my channel anymore. So, and then I have posts. Posts are something that I'll talk about in a minute with more about later. But posts are really important, and I really think that if you don't have posts at the bottom or close to the bottom, you should put them there because they're just another way to connect with your viewers. My suggestion, Sheree, is to create playlists. You want to create playlists that will solve a problem or identify a pain point or something like that. So you put all the videos that are related to that in that playlist. So when you start creating posts, that'll also be a tab here. So you'll be adding a tab called posts, and that's where you're going to post all your text-based polls and things like that there. Overall look, just come up with some kind of look that you feels represents you, and make a brand, make it easy. The reason why this is also good is because when people are searching or on their homepage and they see the thumbnail of you, it's not just that they're looking at you, they're looking at your brand. Like, it's like a subconscious thing. They can look at it instantly and know it's you. So if they haven't subscribed, that helps them to be like, oh, I've seen this person before. I'm going to look at this video. Or if they have subscribed, that reminds them like, oh yeah, I remember this. This sounds like a good, I remember her. I like her. I want to watch this video. So it's like, you really want to just create a way for people to just like subconsciously know it's you. And then thumbnails and titles, same with the brand, with the look. You want to make sure that it looks really together and connected. And the titles are really important too. And I think I'm going to have to do like a separate video on titles. But titles aren't really part of your brand necessarily. They're just like important to get to help people know that what it is that's in the video. So you want to make the titles and thumbnails match together. I'm going to read this so that I know what her channel is about. I didn't actually. This channel exists to empower women who have destiny written on their hearts, and they need a pathway to get to their destiny. So it's for empowering women. I think that's that you work on that because I want to know instantly what your channel is about, and that you can do that with your description. Okay. And then the next one is Luis. He's a sales mindset and alignment coach. He's actually coaching me on sales right now.